The Teen Wolf movie trailer recently dropped and it has many fans confused. Perhaps the most shocking part of the entire trailer is the return of Alison Argent. If you're wondering how it's even possible for her to be alive, then don't go anywhere because you're about to find out. Resurrection. With the Teen Wolf movie trailer out, there are a lot of questions that need answering. How is it possible that Alison is alive when fans watched her take a sword to the gut? What supernatural explanation are the Teen Wolf producers going to come up with to explain her return? Teen Wolf is no stranger to weird and unexplainable situations. As a show that has had banshees, ghost riders, and a hell dog, Resurrection would not be the craziest thing they've ever done. In fact, Derek's uncle Peter came back from the dead in season 2, so chances are that Alison is about to do the same thing. When Peter came back, he used Lydia to do his bidding by taking over her mind and forcing her to bring him back to life. But unfortunately, the Alison resurrection theory also creates more questions, like who resurrected Alison and why. Since she simply cannot rise from the dead on her own accord, someone needed to have brought her back. The Nogitsune. After Alison and Scott's breakup, Alison moved on with another Teen Wolf, Isaac LaHaye, and Scott eventually started a relationship with Kira Yukimura. It was during Scott's relationship with Kira that the Nogitsune appeared. The Nogitsune is one of the fiercest evils the Teen Wolf team has ever faced. Not only did the ancient evil possess their friend Styles, it also killed a lot of people. The spirit loves the taste of pain and chaos. It quite literally feeds on it. It possessed Styles and used him to commit unthinkable atrocities like shooting the coach with an arrow, planting a bomb in the police station, and twisting the sword that was lodged in Scott's stomach. Scott may have healed quickly, but he probably won't ever forget that his best friend twisted a sword in his body. The Teen Wolf team managed to defeat the Oni and the Nogitsune before the season ended, but from the trailer, it seems the evils have returned. Their return opens up a likely plotline for Alison Argent. The Nogitsune is a spirit, and as such, it needs a human body for it to carry out its mission. It's possible that the Nogitsune has possessed Alison's dead body and is using her to complete its mission of spreading pain and chaos. In the trailer, Scott rushes to Argent to tell him that his daughter is alive.
Alison! She's alive!
It will definitely be very difficult for Argent if he finds out that the body of his beloved daughter is now possessed by the very evil spirit that caused her death. The trailer also shows Alison with a look on her face that shows she might not be back for the best reasons. If she is possessed by the Nogitsune, she would be a difficult villain to kill, seeing as she is already dead. Killing the undead is one of the most difficult things to do, so it might take a lot more for the pack to get rid of the Nogitsune this time. Another advantage the Nogitsune has is that it has once again chosen the body of a close friend. In Season 3, many characters struggled to kill the Nogitsune because he had possessed Styles' body. They were scared to hurt him, so they held back when fighting the Nogitsune, but he certainly did not. Now that the Nogitsune could be in Alison's body, no Teen Wolf character will be able to attack it. For the likes of Scott and Argent, they will be too focused on celebrating her return and would probably rather die than kill Alison again. This will serve as a plus for the Nogitsune, which it will definitely take advantage of. During the press release for the movie, the villain was tagged as the most powerful and deadliest enemy they've ever faced. Could this powerful and deadly enemy be the Nogitsune in Alison's body? There are a lot of details that point to this being the case. With the Oni returning in the upcoming movie, it's only right for the Nogitsune to return as well. And the Nogitsune will need a body to possess. Who could possibly be a better host than the loved one of its enemies? The Nogitsune has proven to be an incredibly smart enemy, and picking Alison as a host is a very smart move. Wolfsbane. Another theory that could possibly explain Alison's return is Wolfsbane. This powerful plant can do more than hurt werewolves. It also has the power of preservation. At least in Teen Wolf it does. In the first season of the show, Derek uses Wolfsbane to keep his sister from changing back to a human. He plants Wolfsbane on her grave, and because of this, she remains in her wolf form. Although Alison is human, it's possible that the same thing was done to her. Someone could have planted Wolfsbane around her grave to preserve her body. This theory holds little water though, because Scott most likely visits Alison's grave often, so he would know that Wolfsbane was planted there. Flashback and Nightmare. Scott and Alison managed to maintain their friendship as they moved on with different people after their breakup. Although some fans expected them to get back together in the long run, that dream was crushed when Alison got stabbed in the finale of Season 3. While fighting with the Oni to save Lydia, Alison is stabbed in the stomach and she falls to the ground. In the emotional scene, she tells Scott that he was her first love and she would always love him.
Oh, my first love. The first person I've ever loved.
There is also a cut to Lydia shouting Alison's name because as a banshee, she was able to sense her death. Alison dies in Scott's arms and she's never seen again. However, the actress does make some brief appearances later in the series as a different character. She appears in season 5 as an ancestor of Allison named Marie-Jeanne Vallée. Many fans were happy to see her return to the Teen Wolf screens, even if it was just a brief flashback. Could Allison have returned as a flashback again? A figment of Scott's imagination? Is he being influenced by the Oni to see things that aren't really there? From the trailer, it's evident that only Scott has seen Allison. This creates a possible plotline of Allison returning as a ghost of some sort. Scott may have been poisoned with wolfsbane, which is what caused him to see things, like a living, breathing Allison. Allison returning as a ghost is another theory that is not far off from Teen Wolf's unusual storylines. There is a good chance that the Oni poisoned Scott with wolfsbane. As the show demonstrated in season 3, wolfsbane can make a werewolf do, say, or see weird things. If this is the route the producers follow, then Argent would be disappointed to learn that his daughter isn't really back. She's only a figment of her ex-boyfriend's imagination. When Allison died in season 3, her father and many fans were distraught. In reality, Crystal Reed, the actress who played Allison, left the show because she wanted to explore something new. She went on to star in the Gotham series. Fans were sad to see her go, but the show kept it moving and dropped 3 more seasons before coming to an end. Now Allison is returning to Teen Wolf, and there are so many ways her return could go. Other returning characters include familiar faces like Holland Roden's Lydia Martin, J.R. Bourne's Chris Argent, and lots more. Even Tyler Hoechlin will be hanging up his Superman cape to reprise his role as Derek Hale. Sadly, other fan favorites like Dylan O'Brien and Arden Cho will not be appearing in the movie for various reasons. The movie will be dropping in October 2022. So far, it has received mixed reactions from fans of the series, but it seems many people are looking forward to it, especially with Allison's return. When fans were introduced to Alison Argent in the first season of the show, she immediately became a fan favorite. It was adorable to watch her relationship with the series lead, Scott McCall, grow and overcome the many challenges that they had to face. With Scott being a werewolf and Allison coming from a long line of werewolf hunters, their relationship seemed doomed from the start. Scott and Allison had to defend their love against everyone who opposed it, which at the time felt like everyone in the show. Their relationship was one of the things fans loved most about the series, so a lot of people are looking forward to seeing it rekindled in the Teen Wolf movie.